Welcome to everybody. We're starting off this evening with a scenario from FabDiva, which she's promised to me is incredibly difficult and just what the doctor ordered. Good afternoon. You'll be taking this GE 442 working a Regio Express from Chur to Samoritz. As the Albula line is congested, it is normal for the Glacier Express to be attached to a regular service so it doesn't take up valuable paths. In addition, you will also have some freight cars in the consist. As a result, you have a very long and heavy train. Please note that you may have to pull beyond places. Right, okay, open the doors. Put it in forward. We're going uphill. Oh, you're aiming for 1699. We're a long way off 1699. Or do you mean 99? No, I'm going to watch, catch up with the latest from Boris later on, F-Door. 1666 is it's got to be the next target, totally, yeah. K-Man, thank you very much. Keep up the good and valuable work. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed, K-Man, for that donation. That is very much appreciated. I don't think it does, if I'm honest, BMJ. I think the values I get back from just giving are simpler. So this route, correct me if I'm wrong, is the Albula line. Yeah, it looks Albula line to me. FabDiva, which route is this? Hey, we had £666.66 earlier on. We're going, you know, they like to try and jinx the stream in every way they possibly can. Kyle2036, thank you for the follow. AFDoor20, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't know why they're just giving values for the value of the donation doesn't include the total. It seems like it should include the total, but it doesn't. Hey, Ninja Joker, long time no see, my friend. Here it comes. I'm slightly nervous because I can barely remember how to drive this train, and I certainly can't remember Swiss signalling, so... How was the rest of the Dovetail stream? It went very well, Train Boy. Very well indeed. And I'm glad to hear you got your grandma into the house. Right, depart now for Tiff and Castell. Expect to cross some downward traffic. Wait, is this signals on the left? FabDiva, is this signals on the left or signals on the right? It looks like signals on the left. Yeah, signals on the left. Oh, is this not a cruise control train? Boo. You mean I'm going to actually have to earn my keep? Since when has that been a good idea? Oh no, 35% means 35 kilometres an hour. Yeah, it's a cruise control train. Yeah, it's speed set, not cruise control, is it? Except I can't speed up. Put some sand on. Hey Dominic Cleric, how's it going? Green means we're all good. Probably could accelerate here, but I can't see the point. We're slowing down again shortly. Hey Adelaide, long time no see. Give the donation. It hasn't come through. It is still going, Rob, but it obviously hasn't come through yet. Just giving sometimes has a bit of a lag on it. 44353. No, this is a train. So this is a GE 4/42 locomotive, Dominic. Oh yeah, the steering wheel, that's standard on European. A lot of trains have got steering wheel. It's a lot more, you get a lot more control over the throttle with a steering wheel like this than you do with a standard linear throttle. Much wider range to spread the notches out over, whereas a linear throttle, they're all too close together. Bearing in mind this is a notched controller. If it linear controls, the linear slidey controllers are fine. You can use a linear controller for that, but for a notched one like this, which has got a lot of notches. Oh, this is a beautiful route. I love that whistle. It's the sort of innocent mistake, Train Boy, that Hollywood would make. They'd have the guy in the cab with his locomotive that they've purloined for whatever reason, and they're chasing the bad guys, steering into the points. It's exactly the sort of mistake that Hollywood would make. Not even to the point that if someone had actually said, no, that's not how it works, they'd be like, it doesn't matter, this is what dramatically looks good. As opposed to the superhero or the secret agent just sitting there going, as it would normally be. They can hang on to the steering wheel and way! Much more exciting. If you did something, Rob, it hasn't come through still. Ah, I've got headlights on. No, I didn't miss the jump to 1629. That was K-Man, I think it was. Yes, it was. See you later, train boy. Yeah, one day I'll remember to turn the Steam notifications off. Hey there, Matthew and Simon. So yes, don't forget we're here raising money for charity, folks, for the NHS and for NHS Charities Together, to be clear, not the NHS, and for the Doctors Without Borders, the Médecins Sans Frontières. We are at 1629.22. How far can we push it? Can we get the 2000 by the end of the evening? We have, what, 5 hours? 6 hours? Probably 6 hours by the time I actually finish playing the stuff on the schedule. Don't want to do a bend. Remind me, Fab Diva, is it Q on the safety systems for this? Or does this use PZB style safety systems? Oh, this route would be spectacular in TSW. Q passing the signal, yeah, that's it. I vaguely remember it. Oh, this route would be spectacular. I mean, it's spectacular in here. We are going all over the shop. That's a double yellow with not much warning, is it really? It's almost a bing bong. That scene as you come out of this tunnel, it's like a postcard. The headphones are the best bit about this stream camera. Seriously, stop. It ends there. Once you've seen the headphones, there's nothing more to see. everybody's favourite bit of the stream. See you later, Chris. Need to take a screenshot. Look at the super elevation we've got on this. Alright. Oh, I don't need that. We're on a level starter, so we are good. Speed limit is 50. Off we go. FabDiva, is there a control on this that controls the amount of tractive force? You know, like on the BR155, you can control the tractive force that's put in? Because this thing accelerates at a fixed rate, doesn't it? Oh right, so you can just turn it into a throttle. It's not actually, you can't control the force. It's this vacuum pump thing, isn't it? Oh, that's a vacuum pump switch, that's not it. One of the other trains, the control is there, put it that way. Many controls to brake the train. Cabin lights, instrument lights, train lights, train line, vent switch, compressor, main switch, pantograph up down, headlights, things that I shouldn't press, left wiper, right wiper, parking mode, vent standstill. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It is the vacuum pump switch. Rustproof, would ever do a long trip on stream like a London to Western Supermare? So I only run content that is on Steam, Rustproof Ace, but I am more than happy to do that kind of a thing if that content is on Steam. I would like to do that sort of thing, actually. There's all sorts of reasons, but because I work for Dovetail Games, yeah, Cat, and because I'm well known to work for Dovetail Games, if I run content that's not got licensed, that's got licensed brands that aren't licensed by Dovetail, that could potentially cause problems. And it's just simpler to avoid that whole problem. Welcome back, Chris. Yeah, well, it's not about that. I've got no problem as, you know, saying this route that I'm showing is really cool. I mean, third-party developers do really good stuff. I used to be the head of third-party development at Dovetail, but it's more about, it might have stuff on it that I can't necessarily legally show in terms of the brands that they use. And rather than going into a potential personal quagmire of legal problems, I just avoid it. It's the easy option. I know all the stuff on Dovetail Steam is licensed by Dovetail, and therefore I'm safe. Yeah, all the 4 routes needed for London to Scotland are now on Steam. Because Newcastle to Edinburgh was the last link in the chain for that. It's the back of the train still in the tunnel. Now it's out. It's triple consist actually, because you've got the freight, you've got the normal train service, and you've got the Glacier Express on the back. So it's a triple consist. Whoa there, thank you for the follow. We're stopping it. Let's not do what I did last time I ran one of Fab Diva's scenarios and blow past all of the stops. Was it your scenario that I messed up and completely blew it? It was 4 miles later I realised I should have stopped at the previous station. That was a DTG one, was it? Okay. I won't feel bad if I do it again then, that I seem to be doing it to all of your scenarios. Just all ones on this route. Remind me which route this is. Is this about Albula line? Yeah, this is Albula line, and we're running a GE442. This scenario is on Steam Workshop. Abdiva, feel free to post the link to it. It's called Heavy Afternoon at Glacier. And we're arriving 30 seconds late. That's not bad. No, there's been no forfeit goal. Did all cars make the platform? Oh yes. Okay, how about this for a forfeit goal? And it will have to happen. It'll have to happen this coming week. If we hit 2,000 by the end of the stream, which should be doable, if we hit 2,000 by the end of the stream, I will have Marmite on bacon sandwiches. God, even thinking about it makes me ill. Release the M3 and it's not up to me. How's that a forfeit? Well, bacon makes me ill. So no, not bacon. Sorry, Marmite does. You're just wrong, Joya. I hate Marmite. Why do I keep saying I hate bacon? What's wrong with me? No, I just generally dislike Marmite profusely. That's actually a very good point, Rob. And regardless of what we do here, I'd want everybody to keep in mind that, yeah, please don't stretch your finances. This is meant to be a bit of fun. It's meant to be a bit of charity raising, and it was great if we can raise some more. I'd like to get to 2,000 if we can, but please don't stretch your finances. I know everyone's having a tough time at the moment. I'm amazed we got this far as well, and I'm really appreciative. Oh, it's time to go, fellas, sir. Got a green light. Yeah, different areas are doing differently well, yeah, Cat, definitely. No, Tordek, that will never happen. That will never happen. Do I like Marmite? No, I do not, Forza Horizon. The last time we did a stream like this, my forfeit goal was to eat, was it 4 slices of toast with Marmite on? And Charlize, being the little minx that she is, put like half a jar of Marmite on one of the slices of toast. My daughter, being awesome like she is, put barely any on hers. How did Ali know I don't do 24-hour streams anymore? This is the equivalent of a 24-hour stream. I do 2 15-hour streams. So I do 9 AM to midnight 2 days. Except yesterday I had a 3-hour break because I was knackered. And technically this hasn't been a full 15 because I had to stop for a dovetail stream. But hey, it is what it is. The main goal, to be honest, yes, raising money is a thing that I want to do, but everyone's at home. I wanted to give everyone some entertainment and enjoy some trains. I wanted to play the game, meet up with people online that I haven't spoken to ages because I haven't streamed that much lately. All that good stuff. Another route like Albula with a road running on it. Ugh. Can't remember. FabDiva will know the answer to these questions, Moggy. What charity does the money go to? So there's 2, if someone could do the charity thing. There's one is the NHS Charities Together, which is supporting UK volunteers and staff fighting coronavirus at the NHS. And then the other one is Médecins Sans Frontières, which is Doctors Without Borders, which is the same thing but globally. Anonymous donation, let's get towards that Marmite goal. 166666. Thank you very much for that donation, Anonymous. What's the minimum you can donate? Like £1, I think, after all. I don't think there is a minimum. If you go onto Just Giving and see what it says. It's £1.50 as it says, FabDiva. There you go. Or is the minimum £3? I have no idea. Someone have a look rather than throwing a load of numbers around. A whole jar with a spoon and maybe you're a sadist, Troya. That's just evil. That is truly evil. Oh, we got no 9. Haven't you forgotten 205, Moggy? Seven kilometres to fill a sewer. Loving the scenery on this route. Oh yeah, no, Marmite is very much a love-hate thing, and I'm very much in the hate. I was wondering when that was going to happen. You're saving 205 for a special occasion. Is that because you like Peugeots? There's the next one coming in. Hopefully that means I'm good. It is. Six kilometres to fill a sewer. Oh, who's Star Trek fan? Who's the Star Trek fan? Thank you very much. We're at 1701. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Is that you, Rust Preface? That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Yep, well thank you very much, Rust Preface. Much appreciated for that donation. David, hi from Switzerland. Always enjoy your streams. Thank you very much, David. 1711. (1777-77). That's a lucky number, is it, Cyclone? In what culture is that a lucky number? I've not heard of that before. Oh, it's like slot machines. I know nothing about slot machines. Nothing at all. Long way down there. Let's try not to fall down, eh? 4 kilometres to fill a sewer. Because it's the 125th anniversary. Hence the Yara thing. It means years. 125th anniversary. 1889 to 2014. I missed a thing. Luke Alexander, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Screechy. The answer to both questions, JP, is yes. It's also the same sound that you experience when you step on Lego. .8 kilometers. A right pink handbag which rises in front of the driver when the whistle is sounded. I think you might be playing on some stereotypes there, Moggy. A ghast scream from Minecraft, yeah. Ah, the 45 is the Lanois Survivor. Excellent. But are you tricking me into not paying attention? This is what I need to know. Oh, there's another donation coming in. I'm waiting for it to give me the details. Edward, about the best I can do. May as well round the NHS donation up to 800. Thank you very much, Edward. Much appreciated. Like I said, please nobody stretch your finances. This is not meant to break anybody. Oh yes, I know the place. Green into Phyllis. Excellent. Oh yes, we're coming up to Phyllis now. Have I played Derail Valley F-Daughter? You have. Yes, it's very good. I've not played tons of it, but I have played a fair bit. Right. What route is this? Dissolution 79. This is Albula line. And yes, it is amazing. Right, we're coming up to Phyllis, and I'm ahead of schedule. What is this magic? Who created the DTG logo? It was an outsource agency. An agency that creates logos. There were lots of different logos that went through. This one was my favourite one though, just because it looks like a person. It always struck me that the logo looks like it's representing the person playing the games as well as being DTG. Because the people playing the games are at the heart of what we do. The routes like the Albula and things like that are excellent guideline clips. Absolutely can recommend them. The ones by Thompson and by Rivet. See, I can't hear it. I'm got rubbish hearing at high end Ed, so. Isn't Davos in like Greece or something? Still probably not as bad as down around a freight train screeched up behind and couldn't hear it. No, my hearing's, it's sound, just it's certain frequencies so that don't work so well. Oh, that was a ski resort. Oh, excellent. There's plenty of mountains for it. Should we have a look around? Gorgeous scenery. Danny, you know how hard I tried to not make some sort of Dalek joke? I think I should be awarded some kind of an award. Even if it's just a finally you read the room award. How does the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps works? Which ones do you mean, Clara? On these ones down here? On the game it's just a timed thing, whereas actually in reality it's about brake testing. Oh, he's off that way. Ben, to make your bank account number have a round number, undoing Ed's work and making it a whole number. Thank you very much, Ben. 1744, not 99. Ouch. Thank you very much, BMJ. Now everyone's triggered. On the cab upper right of the wheel. Do you mean this thing? Oh, it's time to go. Yeah, I forgot to turn the sander off. This thing's got really bitey acceleration, so I need to have the sander on for accelerating, and I forgot to turn it off. Oh, really? That's what this was? Oh, right. Yeah, I can hear that plain as day, but I knew what it was, so it wasn't bothering me. 45. Oh, right, so this, I'm not sure what this does in reality, but in the game, it's set to convert this into either being a speed target controller or just a tractive force controller. So I think it's got two settings, from what FabDealer was saying. It's spiral loopy time. Where? Oh, over there. This is where we go, looping all over the place. Look, another one coming out there. Where are we at the moment? There. Okay, so we're going to go round and up and across there. So round and up and across over there. Nope, need the sand on still. Loopy loopy. Right, we're on top now. There we are, going above the tracks that we were on about down there. So we've gained a significant amount of height so far. All good, I hope, train boy? I like this cruise control stuff. This is great. I can just sit back and watch. Coming down is different. You can't really sit back and watch. But going up is amazing. Is there any reason why some German trains have wheels instead of levers? I think it's down to whether or not it uses a notch-style tapping control. So, for example, on something like a BR155, it's got something like 32 notches. Now, if you imagine that was a forwards-backwards lever, and there are 32 positions, they'd be really, really close together. Whereas a wheel, you've got 360 degrees, so 32 notches goes actually you get a decent amount of sense. So, and like this one, this gives me up to its maximum speed, which I guess is 100 kilometers an hour. So I've got some speeds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour with quite good precision. It's quite easy to use. So it's 90 kilometers an hour. This is MattPlaysTV, okay. So, but you can see you can select that nice and easily. So I think that's why the wheel is there. It does make it much easier. If it's a variable control, like a 0 to 100%, and you can put it anywhere, then it may as well be just a forwards-backwards lever. Any of these types of routes, this solution from Thomson Interactive, the Swiss routes. These are Swiss, aren't they? There's lots of routes like this, to be honest. Yeah, Swiss routes. If you look at the Swiss routes that Rivet Games and Thomson Interactive have been putting out, there's lots and lots of similarities. They've all got a very similar feel to them. They're just fabulous routes. And there's several enhancement packs now with other rolling stock and scenarios and things as well. can't remember the name of any of the ones, to be fair. Yeah, the alternative is a tap changer, but then they're nowhere near as usable, I think, compared to this. See, if you're on a BR155, if you want tap 10, you just turn it to tap 10 and leave it there, and the local will get on with it. Whereas on a tap changer, you have to just keep tap up, tap up, tap up, tap up, tap up. So there are two ways of doing it, but this way of doing it is quite easy, I think. Bernina Pass, a Rosa line, Albula line, and Selva line. There you go. Whereabouts is Lake Constance? It's northern Switzerland. Francois! Thank you very much for that donation, Francois. That's very, very much appreciated. That takes us to 1789.99. Pierre601, thank you for the follow. Microsoft always owned FSX. FDOL. Whoa. So we're stopping at Bergen. Then we got more loops. I remember playing the MSTS Glacier Express, or the Heidi Express, sorry, the MSTS Glacier Express. Do you guys remember the 3D glasses you used to be able to get? So I had 3D glasses for my, in fact my Dell laptop's got the emitter, the transmitter for the 3D glasses, for the NVIDIA stereo system. And I remember playing Heidi Express on MSTS using those, and the 3D effect was so good on these routes because of the depth down the hills. Yeah, that was Francois' donation, BMJ. It's you's not paying attention, not me. Hey, PS601, Tegan and Vivelling from the stream on YouTube. Hey, welcome to the stream, Tegan. I think I've still got the glasses in my laptop bag. I always thought they were very cool. Except you've got VR now, which kind of is like looking back at those glasses and laughing heartily. Yep, we're not far off 1800 now. DTG doesn't have anything to do with FSX now, FDOL. not going to lie, was minor panicky there, and I saw we were turning right, and I thought that train was in the right-hand track. Yeah, we're about on time. Near enough, anyway. This is the one I... Yes, this is the one I overshot. Let's try not to do that again. Dumbia, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Where are the passenger cars? They're at the back. So, but this is the Glacier, and I'm not sure that they get off at this station. This is the commuter train. And that's the freight. And that's the most important bit, where I am. Time to go, Sameden. We've got a green light. Let's rock. No, it was a passenger stop cyclone, but it was for the commuter train. I don't think the Glacier Express runs all the way up, doesn't it, Babdi? But people get on and off along the way. I can't remember what the schedule is for the Glacier. It's been tacked on the end so that it's a single pattern, rather than using up another slot. Oh, full of servers. So we're just dragging the coaches empty now, are we, Babdiva? That's alright, there are plenty of Lambos on this route, Cyclone. Power lines. I love that barrier up there. It's a nice detail. 22 kilometres to Meaden. Well, only runs Phyllis and St. Rest of them are regional only. There you go. So that's why it doesn't matter that they are off the back of the station. Where are we now? Oh, we're on this convoluted loopy thing. That's where it crosses over there, look there. All hail the convoluted loopy thing. These are genuine architectural terms used by the industry. That statement may not be true. Yeah, Koblitzer Mountain Pass is now on Steam. This is Koblitzer Version 3, I think. It's just postcards beyond postcards beyond postcards on this route, aren't there? It's beautiful. Still got greens. What, Moggy? You want to drive over it all the time? I can't imagine it being a good thing if trains derail here, no. I can imagine it gets very fally and very explodey. 17 kilometres to Smeden. Oh, we had another donation come in. Steve Darby, thank you very much for that donation. Very much appreciated. £18.09, we've broken the 1800 barrier. It's now less than £200 to get to 2000. That's phenomenal, to be honest. This stream had no warning, no notice. I haven't been streaming, so nobody even remembered who I was. Everyone's having a tough time, and yet we've managed to raise 1800 quid so far for everybody. That's phenomenal. I want to say a big thank you to everybody. You guys are just amazing. Good evening, Hectic T. Ah, I believe we have Lamborghini up here, or is this BMW or Audi or something? Remember rightly, there's a car parked. There it is. That's a fake BMW. Yeah, we did 1200 yesterday. We've done over 600 additional today. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. One of the charity streams, Cyclone Goo. They were basically, people divided themselves into two camps. The people who were completely broken by seeing something like .99, and the people who loved it. And so basically you'd get, someone would make a donation, it would be some weird number, and someone would feel obliged to fix that number. And it just went up and up and up and up and up, like even only in small numbers each time. Another donation from Anonymous. Thank you very, very much for that donation. Now we're at $18.39.99. It was hilarious, to be honest. This is the way to drive a train. Now, Defiant was Warship, wasn't it? Well, people would say, potentially, Ed, and I'm sure you'll be one of them, that the best way for me to drive a train is to not drive a train. I'm sure we long run out of sand in reality. Why train simulators? What got me into software development? So I've been a software engineer my entire career, or mostly. Chris says, right, here is my offer. If the stream can get it up to 1900, which is about, what, 60 quid, in the next hour or so, he will donate the £100 to make it up to... No, thanks, Chris. But thank you very much, Chris, actually. I've got mixed emotions about that. So if the stream can get it up the other 60 quid, Chris will finish it all the way up. So yeah, I've been a software engineer all my life. Most of it. I've been a network and internet engineer for the bit before that. Marmite on bacon sandwich, Ed. It's for charity, Ed. It's for charity. And I partly hate myself, apparently. Bearing in mind, I do want to clarify, I don't have bacon or Marmite right now, so it won't be tonight. It will have to be sometime during the week. I just want to make that really clear. Time to give it some boot. So what was I saying? Yeah, so when I started my career, I was I worked on internet service provision and network stuff. Then I went to British Telecom as a software engineer working on change management software, which was things like the number change program. When they went from 01 to 081 to 0181 or to 0208. And all that stuff. Millennium compliance to make sure everything would survive the year 2000. So I worked on all of those projects in BT. So that was kind of when I started being a software engineer. I was a hobby before then. So I've just been a software engineer pretty much most of my career. My interest in trains is enthusiasm. Never even thought of going in actually getting a job in the rail industry, because I don't know, I've probably not got the right level of concentration. Being a train driver is really quite, you can't underestimate how difficult that actually is. But I must admit, I never even thought about it, to be honest. So I was doing various projects, online banking, security and stuff. Thanks, Train Boy. And then moved into local government contact centre solutions and other such fun stuff, because I really enjoyed that stuff. That stuff is really good fun, and it is for me. I'm a bit warped, and during that time, around 2000, I set up UKTrainSim.com because I was really interested. MSTS launched that year with Train Simulator. And that kind of kicked off the whole train simulation thing. I built up UK Train Sim, built up the community on there, and then I, at one point a few years back, about 8-9 years ago now, when Rail Simulator, or RailSimulator.com as they were back then, became Dovetail Games at some point later on, the CEO asked if I wanted to come and work for them and work on third-party projects. So I said yes. And that's how I got into being part of Doctor. I don't think anyone asked, but now I've told you, so. Power down this. It's all braking from here on. And that's where I met a certain headache. Yeah, how is that A-class coming in? I mean, of all of the memes there are in between you and I, the A-class has got to be in that list. You shouldn't say it's in China. Say no more. Diaby does Gallus, you're a GWR driver. Oh, excellent. You're on a Class 800 too. Oh no, that's someone else. What do you drive, Diaby? One 6X, 1 5X, so nice. Right, now I've actually got to pay attention. Got to work for my beans now. So it's holding nicely now at 59. What? JP, you... JP! JP, I hear you, Chris. Let's do this. Let's make that 2K mark. Thank you, JP, very, very much. Wow, that's brilliant. Thank you, JP. $3.7 now to Samidan. Loves you, really. Oh, it's usually appreciated. Thank you, JP. some air brakes going on. Slow down for this 30. Chris, thank you very, very much, Chris. Chris, as promised, has made it up to the 2,000. That's huge. Thank you very, very much, Chris. I guess I'm eating Marmite on my bacon at some point soon. Next time I go shopping this week, I will make sure I pick up Marmite and bacon. And then lose the bacon. I just said lose my bacon again. Why is it my brain will subconsciously not let me diss Marmite? It's starting to annoy me. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, JP. Genuinely, that is amazing. Still 2.3 until we need to stop. Well, I don't know about that, Cyclone. I really, really like bacon, but I don't know quite why I can't diss Marmite at the moment. My brain is clearly odd, but we knew that. That's not news. That's amazing. We hit 2,000. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody. Backlin12864, thank you for the follow. If my subconscious hates bacon, I'm evicting it. This is a reduced speed though, isn't this something like... I can't remember. But that signal is a reduced speed aspect, I'm sure it is. Yeah, 45, that's it. There's not been that much in the way of bits so far. I've not counted it, to be honest. I usually count it later on. But before the stream ends, I am going to put a top up in, which should more than cover it. Alright, we're coming to Smeeden. Well early. Well early. Could someone have a look on the Just Giving pages for me and let me know what the individual totals are for NHS and Médecins Sans Frontières? Oh, that's cool, Diabetes Dallas. Which add-ons were you using for that? NHS is at 983. And a 1016 for Médecins Sans Frontières. Fantastic. Bristol, Cardiff, Taunton and Severn Beach. Very cool. I mean, I love hearing about the game being used like that, to be honest, but it does have some rather nasty legal challenges. Hey, Clawzord! I am very good. I've roped myself into Marmite on bacon sandwiches. And the community viewers have managed to raise £2,000. That's stunning. Thank you for the cheers there, Rustproof. That's the key thing. It's how it's used, IAB does, Dallas, because I spoke to somebody who does training, and while on the one hand, you know, you can be paranoid that the route doesn't exactly represent, the signals might not be in exactly the right place, and that could make the difference between somebody having an accident, bluntly, if they were to base their route knowledge on what's in the game, because it's just not designed at that level of accuracy. But then he told me, well, we just use a board game, and he set out these sheets, and they just up this board game, and he said, so how is it any worse than that? Because it's about teaching principle rather than anything else. It was about learning, if you see this situation, what do you do in that situation? And you can do that perfectly well in the game. And it's anyway, in any case, it's up to the instructor to say that you're suitable and that the materials you're using are suitable, rather than for the materials to be necessarily accurate. It's up to the instructor to say that they're accurate and supervise and so forth. So it's a really interesting discussion. Backlink, I do sometimes. However, I've got thousands of requests on, well, I'll tell you that, hundreds of friend requests on Steam. By all means, ping one over. I won't guarantee when I'll get to respond to it. Yeah, because the track plans are generally right, but even then you can't rely on that. But what you do is you look at it and revise it, and you have a look and see the areas that you want to cover, compare them with the real track plan. You say, yeah, there's the bits that I'm interested in. It's got down accurately, and then you can use it. Because it's not always the case. Don't tell Charlize. Oh no, I shall tell Charlize. She'll be well happy, and she'll take the mickey out of me endlessly, and that's fine. Right, we're rolling again. 45. Oh no, 30. What I should probably do, in order to be completely fair and unbiased and so forth, is to get maybe Sarita and Charlie's, because Victoria will always err on trying to be nice to me, because she's like that. She's my girl. So if we go with my wife making the sandwich, and Charlie's on video conference independently adjudicating that a correct amount of Marmite has been applied, we should get a fair and reasonable amount of Marmite that will make me absolutely hate everybody on the planet. Carl Hackman, thank you for the welcome to the stream. No, I mean, left to her own devices, that's pretty much what she'd do, Stu Harris. I know Charles. Yeah, I mean, Friday night for Wrecking would be ideal. If everybody's up for that, then I will undertake my challenge on Friday night Wrecking. I'm down for that. So that'll be around 8 PM on Friday. Celerina. So you'll find other scenarios on Steam Workshop, Diaby Does Dallas, or on Train Simulator. You can just fire up the editor and make anything you want. Create any situation you like. Wondering why I'm not slowing down, and I'm fighting myself. I've done a few tutorials on YouTube, and other people have as well. Diaby Does Dallas. So have a look. It's not particularly hard, and you can you effectively can create any situation you like. It's still got to be a realistic one, so you can't just say I want this light to be red for 10 seconds. It'll be red because there's an obstacle in front of you. But you can kind of artificially simulating it by putting a train there and having it move, and then that would release the aspect effectively. But that way you can control where the trains go and have it following another train, or San Moritz, dropping off some stuff and going into the shunt track. We're almost to the end. I've really enjoyed this actually. I was dreading this scenario because everybody told me it was going to be horrendously difficult, and it's not been particularly easy. But beautiful views, lots of AI trains, some other stuff going on the way. Absolutely brilliant. If you want to download it, it's Heavy Afternoon Glacier by Fab Diva on Steam Workshop. Welcome, Eds. Where does it say it's Tees Valley line? Eds. Huh? Rustproof, it's as hard as you make it. You saying I make it hard? It was easy until you drove it. You just made it look hard. Oh, you want it to be? We're in the Koblitzer Mountain next, and then we're on the Northern Transpennine. Steady on, bad guy, steady on. Summerites next. We had a good run on the Tees Valley earlier on, Eds. See you later, Diabetes Dallas. I even derailed it on Tees Valley line as well. But we don't talk about that. Or at least I don't. Everybody else does frequently. Hey Taylor GB, how's it going? Can't wait to sleep at night again. Have a safe day, evening at work, Eds. Nothing happened to Crucible. Nothing at all. No, in fact it turned really cold here. I've shut the garage door, bad guy. Looked like it was getting ready to rain. Yes, I'm sitting in the garage, Joya. Does the house not have a place to put a computer? Not really, no. But this is actually not too bad. This is fine out here. I'm perfectly cozy. I'm perfectly warm. Sometimes it's warmer in here than it is in the house, because of all the computers in here acting as heaters. No, there's that too. I mean, Sarita's got the upstairs main bedroom as her craft room, the downstairs living room as her craft room, the downstairs dining room as her craft room. My kids obviously have got their 2 bedrooms. The master bedroom is tiny, or our bedroom is tiny. So, other than a toilet, no, we painted the walls, so it's yellow wall. We've got yellow walls, which actually warmed the room up psychologically, at least. It's got I've got lighting in here, which is all the Philips Hue stuff, so I can control it all remotely. I even wired it into train sim at one point. That was bonkers. Streaming on the John. There's a niche. Probably a super popular one, but that's just not where I want to go. It's not my direction. Right. So now the garage is fine. I've got my own space. I can lock the door if I want to lock the door. It's filled with poop. There's all sorts of rubbish in here that I need to clean up. Uncouple the freight cars. Alright, I'm uncoupling, aren't I? Let's do that wild and crazy uncoupling thing. We're literally uncoupling everything. Why are those two saying no? Did the thing move? I need to drop off 2, 4. What am I? Fab Diva, what am I dropping off? Oh, I see what's happened here. I've tried to move the this, and it's moved that instead. No, I think when I went to move the scroll bar, it picked it up on the throttle and moved the throttle. Never mind. 24631S is that one. 2458W isn't. So all the way up to 51. Just unhoop the friend from external. What? Am I just literally unhooking everything and running light into the siding? Or am I leaving the coaches? That's what I don't get. Am I unhooking the freight from the loco or the freight from the coaches? Leave the coaches. Right, got you. Back to that view and head off to the shunt track. Never mind, I'm happy. I enjoyed the scenario. I think we all enjoyed the scenario. I don't need to succeed. I'm not dying inside slowly. God, if that had rolled back any more, that would have been an end. That would have been a worse end. Congratulations, you completed this scenario. Boom. Completed incomplete. Nice. GG game. That was good. That was a cracking scenario. Thank you, Fab Diva. Like I said, for everyone, that's something called Heavy Afternoon Glacier. And you can try it and have a go and do better than I did. That was really good. Really enjoyed that. Right. What's next? The Koblitzer Mountains.